Hi, I'm Meg Johnson, and welcome to today's Tender Mercy Moment, where we identify the small and individualized blessings that we receive all the time. And so I wanted to share with you that the other day I broke a nail, which isn't the most pleasant experience. I mean, it sounds kind of girly and like, oh, I broke a nail, but really if you break a nail, it's like super annoying and it makes things hard, and you recognize just how much you use your hands. Even me, my hands don't even work and I use them constantly. And so the nail that I broke was my middle, okay, can you kind of see it? So it was the middle finger, so it was the nail on my middle finger right there. You can kind of see my nails. My little daughter painted my nails last night. Quite the beautiful manicure. Anyway, so I broke the middle nail on my middle finger on my right hand. And I broke it, I don't know, just like the afternoon, and it was super annoying, and pushing my wheelchair was hard because my nail was kind of broken, and clipping my nails takes a long time, so I've got to, schedule in some time to clip my fingernails, and it was just so annoying, and I didn't want to clip all of my fingernails because just my middle nail was broken, and even though I knew that all of my nails needed to be clipped, I just couldn't find the time to clip them at all. And so I just kind of let it be broken, and it just sort of was annoying. But I got out the nail clippers and I just clipped that one nail. That's all I did, was I just clipped that one nail. And then I just went to bed and hoping that the next day I would find some time to clip my nails. I know that kind of sounds silly, like I couldn't find time to clip my nails, but I have a 3-year-old and everything takes a long time, and so I really just couldn't find time to clip my nails. And so I only clipped the one nail. And I wake up in the morning at 5:30 because my daughter wakes up between 7 and 7:30, and so anything that I do on the computer that requires any kind of brain power, I have to do before she wakes up, because I give her my 100% all day long, and then when she goes to bed, so do I, because I am just too tired to do anything else. And then I wake up at 5:30 again and we start over. So I woke up at 5:30 the next morning and I was kind of feeling a lot intimidated because I knew I had quite a bit of typing to do, and I was like, oh, my nails are so long, and it just makes typing hard. Like when my fingernails are long, it makes typing a challenge. And I mean maybe a lot of women won't relate to this, because I know a lot of women get their nails done and they make them even longer and they still type, but for me to have long nails, it really impedes my typing ability. But then when I went into my office and I started to get on my work, and the first thing I do is pray and read my scriptures, and I read in my journal, and I actually have 3 journals, and I was typing, and as I was typing in my journals, I have 3 because there's one, I keep one for myself and one for my daughter Zula until she's big enough to type her own, and then I have, I'm pregnant, and so I'm keeping one for my little baby, and then when my little baby's old enough, she'll write her own too. But as I was typing my journals, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I didn't know, but this is the way that I type. And I think I've showed you this before. But I take pencils like this and I kind of stab the keyboard with this pencil like that. And then with this pencil, I weave it between my fingers like this. And then my middle finger that pokes down like that, that's the finger that I use to type the keys. Well, I didn't realize this before, but having broken that middle fingernail the day before, and then needing to clip it with the clippers, it made it so much easier to type that day. None of my other fingernails got in the way. I thought it was annoying when all of my fingernails were long, but really it's only annoying when my middle fingernail is long. And it was just fine. It was just fine that day, and I was able to type just so fast and not feel inhibited or impeded at all. It was awesome. And I kept praying over and over. I was like, thank you so much that I broke my nail. Thank you so much that I broke my nail. Thank you so much that I broke my nail. So that I could swiftly do my work in the morning before my daughter woke up at between 7 and 7:30. So I think sometimes we feel like those days when we get a small trial, like we break our nail, or we miss the bus, or we get stopped at a stoplight, we think those are annoyances, but when in actuality, if we could see the bigger picture, those actually might be our little tender mercy moments. So I challenge you maybe to look for those times, and when you get those broken nails or those red lights or, you know, whatever those annoyances are that you get, I would challenge you to maybe look and see how those little tiny annoyances are actually blessing your life in a specific way, just like my broken fingernail blessed mine. So that is our tender mercy moment this week. Thank you so much for watching. I love sharing these with you. I love it. I feel like I'm Alma with the voice of a trump, you know, and I can shout this to anybody who will hear and listen. So please share it with anybody that you know or on your social media, so that you can help me be just a little bit louder, and not for my sake, but maybe for other people's who need to hear a little tender mercy moment this day. So please come and visit me on my website. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I would love to meet you and hear about your tender mercy moments. So thanks again, and we will see you next time.